This thing is constantly changing, that stadium.
Look at that thing. I mean, are they going to play in that stadium?
At 8 o'clock this morning, the owner of the Tampa Bay Rays and Rob Manfred, the commissioner of baseball, announced the Tampa Bay Rays are going to stay in Tampa. They're not going to rotate. One of the proposals was Rob Manfred went to 6 different American League teams and asked them, make your spring training stadiums available so that the Rays can have an 81-game home schedule, even if they play in different locales. They changed their mind. The New York Yankees just announced they will rent their spring training stadium, Legends Field, George Steinbrenner Stadium, to the Tampa Bay Rays. All 81 games will be there, which is real close to where the Rays played at Tropicana Field. Baseball and the Rays are going to pay the Yankees $15 million, so they'll have one home base of operations. The union has signed off on it. The union was dead set against a split schedule that would have had them play in Port Charlotte, some games at Legends Fields in Tampa, some games in Lakeland with the Tigers, some games in Sarasota, the Orioles, and some games with the Phillies up in Clearwater. There was a theory, let them just go play chunks of schedules in each of these spring training stadiums these other clubs operate. But that's too much interference with the Class A teams that are in all those stadiums. Mm-hmm. But the Rays have found a locale. Major League Baseball convinced the Steinbrenners and the Yankees to let them use Legends Field for all their home games. So that's really a positive. And the reaction? Now, the only problem, they wanted a fixed schedule, a solidified stadium situation, and they wanted control. They don't have control of the weather. Open-aired stadium, outdoor heat, lots of rain in Tampa during the course of the summer. So that's the only negative to where they're going to be. But it's better than going to 5 different minor league stadiums, moving all over the place.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're an employee of the organization, including as a player and their families, that works out nice for them. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a rinky-dink stadium. And yeah, I mean, it's just a messy situation. But right now we have 2 franchises. You can add the Oakland A's in that are kind of in a similar boat here. Yep. Has it ever been this bad in Major League Baseball history with 2 cities having problems?
Well, they had the Montreal stadium situation went on for years and years, and Montreal then lost the Expos, who became they played a split season, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and some other cities, and then they eventually wound up going to Washington, where they became the Nationals. But not 2 drawn-out stadium crisis like Major League Baseball's had to deal with, I swear, the last 10 years. And prior to that, Miami was in that mix, in that mess, too, with the Marlins. But this is a semi-solution. The interesting factor was City of St. Petersburg yesterday released a 412-page damage report about Tropicana Field, the aftermath of the hurricane. And as we alluded to weeks ago, $55 million in repairs to replace the transparent roofing. The infrastructure, the supports for the roofing are safe. They were not damaged. The field was destroyed by the hurricane. The video boards, the sound system was destroyed. Offices within Tropicana Field were badly damaged. So the city of St. Petersburg says it'll cost us $55 million to replace the panels and fix the damage. But they haven't decided whether or not to go forward with that. Only because you'd be burning $55 million plus what they've already spent to put in drainage for a stadium that's going to get shut down in 2 years. And they've also told Major League Baseball this will not be done for 2025. Stadium won't be available till 2026. That's why this move to the Yankees ballpark happened so lickety-split.
So they're just going to bulldoze the old stadium?
They haven't decided yet. St. Petersburg has a council meeting November 21st to decide whether they want to pay $55 million to renovate Tropicana Field, even if it's only 2 years. Maybe they use it for other things, or they just tear it down when it comes time to tear it down, and the Rays will be orphans for 3 years.
Well, they can host like motocross races in the stadium. Just a quick comment. You talked about the Montreal situation. I remember as a kid listening to the Giants Expos game on the radio before the 76 Olympics when they had Olympic Stadium.
Yes.
And they played at Jerry Park,
right,
which was this
a minor league ballpark back then.
Yes. And I remember the announcers talking about how if the ball goes over the right field fence, there was like a community swimming pool out there. And so when we were in Montreal a couple of years ago, So I wanted to go there and see it, but they changed the park around. The ballpark's not there anymore.
And ballpark Olympic Stadium is being renovated. There had been thoughts, let Tampa Bay go play there. But the Canadian government said, no, it's a construction project. We can't have people coming in and out to see Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
So it's being renovated. But this solves Tampa. The solution is right there. That, by the way, Legends Field seats 11,000, so they can put fans in there. Rays only average 16,000 fans per game anyhow. So that'll be kind of a fun atmosphere, but you can't control the weather, and the weather is going to be an issue in Tampa. So that's the latest on the Rays. You got an opinion? Feel free to join us. Last topic.